Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, world.
This is Careen Hampton.
And B. Nicole.
And you're listening to
The Vault. Okay. We have a special guest today, you guys.
Yes, we do.
Got a health coach on here today. So it's all about health topics today.
Healthy.
So, introduce yourself. Tell us what you do,
What's up? This is cool. So I'm Drew. I'm a health coach in the city of Cleveland. But for what I do, I'm able to expand business and to help people across the country and even across the world. And it came from me partnering up with a company. It is actually the #1 nutritional company in the world. So in doing that, I don't want to give too many details because I want to leave people like what is it,
Okay.
But just taking that opportunity really it helped me to see a different kind of way for me to walk into my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just operating on potential and all of that stuff and not knowing what it is that I wanted. And this has just opened my eyes up to many things that are possible. So I love it.
Okay. So how long you been doing this now, Drew?
A little over a year now.
Really?
A little over a year now. And it's had its ups and downs, of course. But, it's one of those things where you're like, man, I'm going to trust this process and see where it goes. So I love it.
So what inspired you to start, getting into fitness and working out and everything like that?
Well, all growing up, I've been an athlete. So I played basketball, football, track, even did boxing. But, I was the one who, once again, lived in potential. And I never kept grades to stay in sports. So I'd start, and then during playing, my grades would go down, and they'd be like, you're on academic probation, and it'd be like right before finals and stuff. So I was never able to see what potential was, and so it was one of those things where I was like, okay, well, cool. I did that. I know I can play. I know I can do this, but I never got to see it. And after high school, I actually had the opportunity to go to NFL Combine.
Oh, nice.
And was able to meet a lot of great people, but fell short because I broke both my growth plates and my wrists.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that cut off right there. And I just went into a bad place at a time. I was homeless and going through a whole bunch of things. And then it was one of those times where I was just praying I want something, I want something that I love to do. And looking through Facebook pictures, looking at abs and stuff like that. I just got back in the gym, but I happened to be getting back in the gym and just was not seeing any results. I know how to work out, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, and I just was not seeing it. And somebody hit me up like, yo, I see you putting in the work, you want to get paid for it? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Always better when money's involved.
So it was one of those things where it's like, okay, well, I had actually got approached with this 4 times, and I was just like, no. But this time, I think I was just so down and was like, I'm just willing to give anything a try. And I gave it a try, and it worked. It really worked. And it really just helped me to understand that your body is not what it was in high school. So your metabolism is not going to move that fast. Metabolism is what, is inside your body that helps you burn calories and stuff like that. But
just doesn't work. It never worked.
But yeah, so I took a chance on it finally. And within, that first couple months, man, saw amazing results. And like I said, I've been doing it over a year. And I've literally, at the time I started, I was at 32% body fat. And that's just not where I was at. But now I'm at 9.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good.
And my metabolic age, I hope I'm not saying things that people are like, what? What is all that?
They'll look it up.
A metabolic age, I'm 26. Inside, I was 67 years old.
Okay.
Oh.
That's how my body was processing food and
kind of like dog years. Yeah. Or what? Got
I'm probably about 70.
It was
bad. 100 or something.
It was bad. Okay. But, now I look at it and I'm 26, and my metabolic age, last time I checked, was 12 years old.
Oh, nice.
So how do you check that?
I have a scale. An expensive scale that registers and sends frequencies and all those things, and through your body to find out where you're at. This is how I'm able to help people, because I want. Sometimes people can get so caught up on the weight And if you're so busy on the weight, a funny thing is I had a client who they were so busy trying to work out, thinking that they were going to kill the weight plus doing the meal plan, the customized meal plan that I offered. But they hopped on this scale that didn't show them anything but weight, and they gained weight. And it was like, well, how am I gaining weight? I'm putting in this amount. I was like, well, step on my scale. He actually increased in muscle and decreased in body fat. You know what I'm saying? So muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
And for that, he was like, oh, okay. Well, this is dope. Right. So that actually happened to me too. Like when I first got started, it was like, genetically, I normally put on muscle pretty easy, but I had no idea about all these terms and all that stuff. So it's really something that if you want to figure out like what really goes on with your body and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what got me into it. It's just, wanting to get back into the athletic Drew, and then also seeing the opportunity to be able to help people to show them that they can be more than what they are right now and what they see in the mirror. So that's awesome.
Yeah, create the body you deserve.
So how often you work out, Drew?
On a good week?
Well, like 10 times a day.
2 to 3 times a day.
Oh, okay.
and for me, it's really 2 times a day. So I wake up in the morning, I'll do cardio, and then later on in the day, I'll do weight training. Oh. Now, because some of my clients are, I kind of like to get away from the whole client word. Some of my accountability, because I'm still reaching a goal, and it's because that they said yes to the opportunity. I have to hold myself accountable to them as well. You know what I'm saying? So we're all really going for a result.
Right.
I have just a little bit more knowledge about how to get you to yours. But other than that, we're all partners in this. You're not doing anything by yourself. But so the third time in some days is because I'm working out with some of my partners, and
Got it.
That's really fun. Some of the gyms hate it.
Yeah.
But I have like 3 memberships, so if they don't like, I'd be like, fine then. And then there's a Planet Fitness, like there's a church on every corner nowadays, so you can go anywhere and see a Planet Fitness. I really don't care for Planet Fitness, but it gets the job done.
Why?
But,
like everybody here.
Okay, so last night I went to Planet Fitness. Okay, and it was one of those days where I just did not feel like lifting, but I need to, so I lift. But I do what's called overtraining. So I lift heavy and high volume, and when I'm done, I drop the weights, and they honk that freaking horn, man, and everybody's looking at me, and I'm like, well, aren't you lifting weights? Aren't you tired? Don't honk that horn. But so mainly two times a day, and that's also based on like what my goal is. So like I'm putting on muscle now, so I would have to get into like carb intake and all that stuff and cycling carbs to really break down. But some days I don't do cardio. Some days I do cardio because you want to make sure that you're putting on proper muscle, and you want to make sure that you're rebuilding muscle properly. So, but you also don't want to put on too much body fat.
Right.
That might be another conversation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Leave that one alone.
Leave it alone.
Drew. Well, that's good. So name a few exercises you do, okay?
So
Simple ones.
Aside from program of overtraining, exercise is as simple as it looks. It really is. Some people go and they get abs now and all of this stuff. The only reason why people make it hard is because they're trying to get a result in 12 hours.
Yeah.
You didn't get to where you were at in 12 hours.
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So even in a month, like you didn't get to where. Think about this. You made a decision in a minute, but it didn't take you a minute to get to where you at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when people get to, it's hard to go to the gym. It's this and it's that. The reason why it's so easy for some people to just it's not easy for them to make up their mind, but when they make up their mind, it's easy for them to get the result if they just put their mind to it, is because it's simple. So when you go to the gym, let's just say you want to work out legs. Nowadays, they got things in the gym that show you exactly what you're doing. And so you do 5 reps more than what you did yesterday.
Right.
Or you do a little bit more weight than what you did yesterday. You're going to see a result, but it takes that discipline to stay consistent. And that's one of the other things. Stop looking at the scale. Stop looking at the scale because it's gonna mess you up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you look at the scale one day, like today's my Saturday, where I have most of my partners, they have to give me their weigh-in. I've already got 3 text messages like, I'm not happy with my weigh-in. Okay, well now we have to go through what you've done, and a lot of it is, okay, well, what have you eaten? Because weight loss is 80% nutrition. 20% fitness. So a lot of people be like, well, if I want to lose weight, I need to go to the gym, which is what I was doing.
Right.
I was going to the gym every day pretty much. My pops had a little gym in his basement. I was benching and all of this and not seeing nothing. It's hard. You see some of my before and after pictures. I was looking like, I didn't even have a daughter at the time. I was looking like somebody's daddy. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But yeah, so if you go to the gym, work out legs. But I mean, yeah, you got to put a little bit of volume to it. But the thing is, yesterday you did nothing. Today you're doing something. You know, so it's I think the term is 4 weeks for you to see a result.
Right.
8 weeks for others to see a result. It's like, or 8 weeks for like your family to see a result. Like 12 weeks for like the world to see the result. Something like that. Something like that. So you think about that's 12 weeks.
Right.
3 months, you know, pretty much. So some people are getting mad because they're not seeing something in 24 hours. You know, that's not even as consistent as you not eating or overeating.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's simple. Most of the things I do is, if I want my chest to get bigger, I go to the gym. If let's just say I didn't know what I was doing, then I go to the gym, and somebody in there know what they're doing. So, hey man, point me in the stuff that's gonna help me with my chest.
Right.
Or you can look at on the machines. They have the description of what it does. Do it till it. And I just say do it till it hurt.
Yep. We are back, people. You are listening to The Vault. This is B. Nicole here and my partner, Careen Hampton. And we are with our special guest, our health coach.
What's going on?
Coach Drew.
What's going on?
All right, so before you left, you was talking about food, everything that was unhealthy, not healthy, you know. So what you eat on a daily basis? I want to know your meal plans because I see your pictures. I just don't know what you be having.
Oh, so you got time?
Yeah,
Like,
just talk about it.
Eat like all day. So, you know, it's like I have a healthy meal product
Right.
that I take every day. Gives you 24 grams of protein. It's bomb. Tastes good. Comes in 13 different flavors. So it's like awesome. And you can turn it, like, it doesn't have to be like the traditional way of use it. Like, I actually make protein pancakes with it sometimes.
Really?
It's bomb. So yeah, I'll do that. And then like after that, like, I have to look at this picture, but it's like a healthy cookie that I'll have.
A healthy cookie?
It's a healthy cookie.
In that generic white paper?
It's not generic.
Well, I'm just saying, I saw a picture of this like plain white looking paper, and there was like a cookie in there, and someone said it was nasty.
It's called the complete cookie.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Have you? If you've had Subway cookies?
Yes, I've had them.
Not different.
Okay, so it tastes like that.
It tastes like that, but you get all the proper nutrients. Like, it comes with like the fiber that you need, the protein that you need. I mean, it has some fats in it. It's a cookie, but it's good. And you know, so like, I'll have that, and that'll be considered like a meal. You know, I also drink, you know, some beverage mixes that I have, that, you know, also give me protein, because like I don't want to get so caught up on juice because of how much sugar it has in it.
Right.
You know, so it's really just based on your goals. But like, I'll have the cookie. You know, I have another, you know, product of my choice that I choose that I could use for a meal. And then we got the big bosses outside talking.
No, you're fine.
We will, you know, I'll have a egg whites, you know, ground turkey.
Okay.
And you know, the thing is, you don't have to be whack with it. Like, put some seasonings in it. You know, cook from the soul. Like, I use Mrs. Dash. Now, Mrs. Dash is dope because it doesn't have any salt in it. You don't want to put a lot of salt in your food, but it doesn't have a lot of salt in it. You know, garlic powder, onion powder, barbecue. Now, there's a certain kind of barbecue sauce that I use, and it's it's,
Sweet Baby Ray.
I used to use that all the time. But I don't use that. I don't really care for open pit.
Yeah, it don't taste the same.
I don't care for open pit. But no, it's a barbecue sauce that's at Giant Eagle.
Oh, okay.
They got this section like full of sauces.
Right.
This barbecue sauce. It has like 0 sugar and has 7 grams of sugar. 7 grams of sugar, 0 fat.
Oh, I see.
But it's like award-winning barbecue sauce.
Really?
And it's really good. Like really good. So I use that. And then like my lean go-to meals, like it doesn't matter if I'm cutting, shredding, bulking, maintaining chicken breast or salmon, sweet potato, and asparagus.
Okay.
I eat that every day.
So you don't eat sausage, pork,
turkey. I'll eat pork. It's just not one of my go-tos. I don't when I go to the store, last thing I'm probably thinking about is buying this pork. Like, I don't even eat a lot of red meat, but if I'm going to eat red meat, it's going to be bison beef because it's high in protein.
Right.
And, like, that's, like, once in a rare blue moon because that stuff is expensive.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me see. So listen.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
So when people say it's not a good thing to eat pork, do you think that's a good or bad thing, or is that more like a religious type of thing?
Oh, man. You're about to hit on something. Now, as far as eating pork has a good source of protein,
right?
But it's also very high in sodium. That's what I was trying to say. So it's high in sodium. As far as it being like a religious thing, I think that has something more to do with like it being like an unclean animal.
Okay,
right.
But. And see, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it just because I feel like it. Like, people would talk about eating catfish. Catfish is one of the most unclean fish that you can eat.
Horrible fish.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would probably have to do a little bit more digging into why it is that certain people don't eat pork. And I think it's because it's an unclean animal. Yeah. That's what I think. And if that, that's just my opinion because I think it's an unclean animal. But if you bring any animal from outside, it's unclean.
It's pretty much unclean.
So, but to each his own. There might be a moral behind it, and I'm nobody to say whose morals are right or wrong. I believe in God. That's it. Yeah.
So, what are your looks at like people being like vegetarians and vegans? Or would you ever be a vegetarian or a vegan or?
No.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think I can be.
I need meat.
They say everybody needs meat, though.
There's something new that comes out every week. Just a while ago, we were talking about they don't need coffee. Now they're talking about you need coffee. Just a while ago, they were talking about It's so much that goes out on stuff that goes into the body.
Right.
But all it is now is it's a way. I think it's a way for people who we don't see in that higher power type thing. It's a way for them to control
right,
not only people but money.
Right.
So if people aren't buying something and they need that, they're gonna put something out that says why this is good for you.
Right.
Studies
if people
show.
Whereas like now, like I was looking into some things concerning all these channels concerning the news. Like we all think they're all trying to get there first. Who's trying to get there first? And it's really not. They give each other what they want people to know. Now, however, it's the people, the higher power or whatever you want to call them, that get the source. Now, they just say who they wanted to get it to you faster, not even if it's right. That's something that Denzel was talking about. Is how people get all this information concerning health, concerning money, concerning what you're doing in your household. They're getting it to you, and you don't get the full story on everything. So I mean, relating back to health, like we know FDA approves everything, but what does approve mean? Okay, approve means that there's drugs involved. People don't know that.
That's just barely passing the test.
Yeah, it's just barely passing the test. Like, and so it's drugs involved, and then also it's only 35% factual. You know, so like I said, they don't even give you the respect of giving you half.
That's true.
To live.
Yep.
You know, but then we don't find out a FDA regulates, because if it's regulated, it's considered food. We don't know anything about that. You know, unless you talk to a specialist. You know, that's why there's so many different educational ways you can go to school, because there's so many different aspects of life and, you know, some kind of growth. But if it doesn't apply to you, that's why somebody can go to school for 8 years and still be broke.
That's true.
And still be broke.
Yeah.
Because if there is no demand on it, government's not telling you anything about it. You know, and if you don't grow up learning about it,
yep.
You know, you have no need for it.
Right.
Yep.
So I think things go out based on what they think we need, which is also contributive of what they need finance, you know, for money. Right. So if you're going to continue to buy into something, it's only because they've put it out that we need it. So McDonald's is hot. They put it all the time. Over 199 billion served.
Right.
So they're going to continue to put money into that, but they're going to you know, it's kind of like they're going to put low money into the product. But you're going to spend more money than they've put into the product on buying it. So they're going to continue to win. You know, you're not going to hear a lot of people say we're going to boycott McDonald's, because it's easier.
Right.
You know, I go to work and I don't feel like cooking.
Right.
But here they're taking care of it. You know, I got this high caloric, whatever you want to call it, death leash. Let me not talk about the name for somebody come for me. But yeah, I think it's based off of the supply and demand that you know the government gives. They supply you with this information that it works. Now, because we're not educated on certain things, we demand it and we'll pay for it.
Yep.
Yeah, because so are you into like or know anything about like how alkaline water is and things like that?
Man, no. I'm not. Me and my pops, he likes to drink this real expensive water. It's Essentia.
Yeah. I love that.
You know, it's really good. It's really good. For some reason, I'm just hooked on Fiji water. I think it's the name.
It's good.
Yeah,
I think it's I think it's the name. But it's very smooth. It's good water.
Because they say you're supposed to drink alkaline water of a 7.5 or 7 or higher.
That Essentia water is like 9.
Yeah, Essentia 9, Evian, and then
I never
Fiji.
got into Evian.
Those are the
top
name brand ones that you'll find.
Wow.
But I used to like drink any kind of water, and like my arthritis hurt when it rained and stuff. So one time I just went on pure all alkaline water, and I just feel a difference in what type of water it is. And like I always tell people, you got to watch like tap water because we just had chlorifying 6 in our water, which was causing cancer. And the only like store-bought filter that I found that gets that out is a zero water filter.
Now, once again, that's one of those things that they talk about causing cancer. But see, if you go in any restaurant, they got sweet and low, which they've told you has caused cancer.
Wow.
It's one of those times where you got to do your research, you know, because not to say that it didn't. But who's to say that it did?
Exactly.
Maybe that's more, we're going to tell you this causes cancer so you can buy this more.
That's true.
Right.
Because we can put more expense on it. So we're going to tell you, sweet and low causes cancer so that you would have to go to the store to buy stevia.
That's
which is
true.
the same thing.
Probably
the same thing.
company.
Same company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's really one of those it's one of those things where, man, pray about it. That's all I can say.
That's true.
Just pray about it.
All right. Well, look, shout out your Instagram and everything. So
Okay, yo. So look, it's bad because I just turned on my phone because I don't know my Instagram, but I'm about to give it to you. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, go on Instagram and look up. So it's
Right.
_Andrew J 24.
Okay.
Go on my Instagram, hit me up. if you want a meal plan, if you want a workout plan, if you want to just connect, bro. Like I'm looking for like some homies to connect with, especially like working out. Like that's another thing. Last point is like it's really hard to get men to work out, but then it's hard to get men to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, because if they don't see the value in it or the long-term value in it, they don't understand. It's like you're speaking to a wall.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so I really want to put out to like men that you make it. Like you complain about what women are doing, but it's only because they found something that they like.
Yep.
You know,
That's
and then you don't want to date the girl because she's doing so well in what she loves. And so you're like, I have nothing to offer.
Because you feel bad.
Or you don't want to date the girl because maybe you realize you don't have anything to offer, but you realize at some point in time she's going to get tired of you because you're not doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So if you see something that you love, man,
go
for it.
Yep.
Well,
All
this
right.
is Careen Hampton.
And this is B. Nicole.
And this has been
The Vault. Thank you to our guests.
Thanks for coming.
That was
See you
dope.
next week.